War and Disease by Sophie Zacharitz, Lillian Chen, Margaret Howell, and Gabriel Izuma. World War II played the stage for the appearance of many game-changing advancements in warfare, such as proximity shell fuses that allowed ground gunners to hit warplanes sometimes 5 miles in the air without landing a direct hit by exploding when in proximity to planes, and the M1 Garand, which helped give the US infantry one of the fastest firing rates during the war. However, the most important advancement was the mass production and application of vaccinations for soldiers. This included the US Army's routine use of vaccinations for typhoid, smallpox, tetanus, hepatitis, and influenza, as well as situational vaccinations for cholera, plague, and typhus. The US Army's use of vaccinations in World War II helped mark the first time in history where an army's biggest contributor of casualties was not due to disease. Just to emphasize how important the US Army's control over disease-caused casualties was in World War II, I would like to talk to you about how significant disease has been in previous large-scale wars. 2/3 of the 620,000 soldiers that died in the Civil War were attributed to disease, mainly in the form of typhoid, malaria, and tuberculosis. Of the 116,000 American soldiers that died in World War I, 54% of them died due to disease, mainly in influenza. Actually, America today may have still been mainly populated by Native Americans if it was not for the old world diseases that European settlers brought to America that crippled and killed nearly 90% of the Native American soldiers and civilians. However, in World War II, out of the 810,000 American soldiers that died, less than 21% of the deaths were due to disease. One of the main goals when fighting a war is to acquire more ammunition, info, and defenses than your enemy. So what better way than through war references is there to describe how vaccinations help arm, inform, and defend our immune system for future conflicts with pathogens. Within the body of a World War II American soldier, a vaccination arrives carrying secret intel in the form of peptides about the description and tactics of an enemy pathogen army planning an attack on the immune system. Our poster depicts the vaccination arming our World War II immune cell soldiers with the foreign pathogen peptide intel. An antigen presenting cell soldier loads a decrypted form of the data on its MHC Class II transmitter through the reserved B7 channel. The commanding helper T cell receives an undecrypted version of the data through the CD28 channel using its special CD4 amplified T cell receptor. The helper T cell now authorizes specific B cells to unleash their unique brand of antibody chemical warfare to weaken and lead to destruction of the enemy pathogen the vaccination intel was about. Just speaking about it makes it sound easy, but each stage and transition mentioned takes time and regulation to ensure that the enemy pathogens are destroyed. Vaccinations are critical because they preemptively reinforce our immune system to be able to confront future pathogens. As a closing message, the soldiers of the US Army do not go into battle without the proper vaccinations for the area because they know it means they have to worry about fewer enemies. So why not follow the lead of our great heroes and make sure that you and your families are vaccinated today?